OpenAI.
OpenAI. ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
OpenAI announced it's launching a new web browser, ChatGPT Atlas.
ChatGPT Atlas.
Atlas.
OpenAI just dropped Atlas. The headlines are everywhere. Tech blogs are going crazy. Everyone's talking about it. And here's the thing. We're not ready for this. Not even close. Most people have no idea what's actually coming. They see the headlines, they nod along, and then they go right back to their daily routine like nothing's changed. But everything just changed. And if you don't understand what Atlas actually means, not just what it does, but what it means for how we work, how we browse the internet, how we get things done online, you're going to wake up one day and wonder what the hell just happened. Let me explain what just happened and why you need to pay attention right now. So first, what is it? What's Atlas? Atlas is not ChatGPT. It's not a ChatGPT update. It's not a new feature. Atlas is a completely new web browser built by OpenAI, the same company that built ChatGPT. Think Chrome, think Safari, think Firefox, think Microsoft Edge. But instead of just being a window to the internet, which is what most web browsers are, Atlas has ChatGPT built directly into the browser itself, and it changes everything. Right now, if you want to use ChatGPT while you're browsing the web, you have to open a separate tab, copy and paste information back and forth, screenshot things, manually give it context about what you're looking at. It's clunky, it's inefficient, it kind of breaks your workflow, right? But with Atlas, ChatGPT is just there. Imagine if ChatGPT was a robot. It's like having the robot sitting there watching the screen with you, and you're like, what do I do? And it tells you what to do. It sees what you're looking at. It remembers what you've browsed. It can interact with the websites directly. It'll be like, move, let me, you know what I mean? It can complete multi-step tasks across different tabs without you having to manage every single step. You could be looking at a job posting and ask ChatGPT to find all the other jobs I looked at this week and create a comparison chart. You can be shopping for something online and say, compare these prices and features to 3 products and tell me which one makes the most sense for my budget. You can be searching for a topic and say, summarize everything on this page and find 3 more sources that support this, and then draft an outline for an article, and it'll just do it. So think like this. I want you to think like this because most people are missing the point. This isn't just about convenience. This is fundamentally changing how we interact with the internet itself. When ChatGPT first came out, it was like, cool, I can talk, I get a response. All of a sudden, I could tell it, it would go do its thing and come back to me with an answer. Now it can be like, what are you doing? Move. I'll do that. Okay, cool. Now you can go again. And it's like, what? Hold on. Like, you're controlling the browser now? This is wild. Like, this is wild. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't spent a ton of time with it yet. It literally just came out. But I've been in this space for long enough to recognize when something has the potential to change the game or change the way we do things. And I truly believe this is going to be one of those things. Let me put this into perspective for you. Throughout history, there have been a handful of moments that completely changed how humans work and live. The Industrial Revolution. Machines replaced manual labor. If you were a craftsman making things by hand, you either adapted or you became obsolete. It wasn't personal, it was just reality. Horses to cars. If you built your entire business around horses, breeding them, shoeing them, building carriages, you had a choice to make. Adapt or die. And it happened faster than people expected. The internet completely changed how information flows, how businesses operate, how people communicate. The companies that saw it early dominated. The ones that dismissed it, most of them don't exist anymore. Social media changed marketing, changed how we can reach people, changed personal branding, changed how we consume content online. The people who jumped on it early built empires. Every single one of those revolutions has had the same pattern. First, people didn't believe it's going to affect them. Then it started affecting them and they denied it. Then it was too late to be an early adopter and they had to fight for the scraps that were left over. This is another one of those moments, and you need to understand something. The browser is how most of us do work. It's how we research, communicate. It's how we shop, learn, or we manage a lot of our business things. Most of the stuff you do, most of the things you do online are done through a browser. But when we want to search things, when we want to do things, we do most of it through a browser. When you fundamentally change how the browser works, when you embed AI directly into that experience, you're changing how the work itself is going to get done. The question isn't if it's going to change how we work. The question is, are you going to be ready when it does? If your job involves sitting at a computer all day doing repetitive tasks, you need to pay very close attention to what I'm about to say. Research assistants are going to be disrupted. Virtual assistants managing emails and calendars, disrupted. People doing data entry and basic spreadsheet work, disrupted. Customer service reps and answering basic questions, disrupted. Junior analysts pulling together reports and summaries, disrupted. Anyone whose job is browse the internet and compile information, you are now massively disrupted. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Robbie, I'm not technical. I don't know how to use this stuff. The thing is, you don't need to be technical. That's the entire point. Atlas is designed to be used by normal people using normal language. You just browse the internet like you normally would, and ChatGPT is right there helping you the entire time. It can see everything you're seeing. You can be like, what did I look at last Wednesday? When was the last time I went on this site? And it'll be like, you went on this 2 weeks ago, blah, 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 right? The barrier to entry is lower than it's ever been, which means if you can use it easily, so can everyone else, including your competitors, including the person who wants your job, including the business owner who's trying to cut costs. And what most people don't get, this isn't about AI being perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. A browser with AI built in can help you research faster, write emails quicker, summarize information, compare options, and complete tasks automatically. That's not 10% better than a regular browser. It's 10 times better. Okay. And when something is 10 times better, adoption happens really freaking fast. Let me be super clear about this. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to wake you up because there's a massive opportunity here if you move fast. See, every revolution creates two groups of people. The people who get disrupted and the people who do the disrupting. The people who got disrupted by cars, horse breeders. The people who did the disrupting, Ford, General Motors, the entire automotive industry, right? The people who were disrupted by the internet, think newspapers, traditional retail, video rental stores. The people who did the disrupting, Amazon, Google, Netflix. The pattern is always the same. The people who see it coming and adapt early, they win big. The people who wait until they no longer have a choice, that's called being in survival mode. So you need to understand something about Atlas and AI-powered browsers in general. If you learn how to use these tools now, you become more valuable. You become the person who can research 10 times faster than anyone else. You become the person who can compile information, analyze data, and present the insights while everyone else is still copying and pasting. You become the person who understands how to work with AI instead of competing against it. You become the person who companies want to hire, not the person they're trying to replace. But you have to move now. Not next year, not when you have time, not when someone forces you to, now. Let's talk about how you actually start using Atlas. You download it like you would Chrome, Safari, you download it online. Go type in ChatGPT Atlas. It's currently only available on Mac. Windows and mobile are coming soon. But when you open it, it looks like a normal browser. ChatGPT is just built into it. There's a sidebar, it's always accessible, and it has context for whatever you're doing. I'm thinking about it like this. I'm thinking about this like, start by using it for your normal browsing. Like, just use it as you would normally use a browser, and then lean on ChatGPT when you need help, okay? So if you're job hunting, tell ChatGPT to track all the jobs I look at and create a spreadsheet comparing salary, location, requirements, and whether I'm a good fit. Whether you're doing research for a project, summarize this whole article, find 3 more sources that have the same topic, create an outline that I can use for my presentation. You're shopping, compare these 3 laptops across price, specs, reviews, and tell me which one is the best value. The browser remembers what you're looking at. It has context. It can see your screen. It can take action across multiple tabs. Like, it can fill out forms. It can jump onto websites. It can find you flights to Vegas or wherever you want to go to. Right? But you need to experiment with it. It is only limited by how you think about how to use it. Figure out where it saves you time, figure out where it's helpful versus where you'll still need to do the work, and give it a crack. You know, I'm still figuring it out. I don't have all the answers yet, but that's exactly why you need to start now, because in 6 months, the people who've been using it will have figured out all the workflows and the efficiencies that give them a massive advantage. There is an advantage to walking a path that hasn't been paved yet. Get on it early. I've learned something about major shifts like this. The winners are the people who are comfortable being uncomfortable. The winners are the people who are willing to pave the way and risk being wrong. Remember when social media first started? Most business said, we don't need that. I don't need to make videos. Now, if you're not on social media, you basically don't exist. Remember when websites first became a thing? Businesses said, we don't need that. Now, not having a website is like not having a phone number. This is the same thing. In time, using an AI-powered browser is going to be the standard. Not using one's going to seem backwards. But right now, it's still an edge. And the people who get onto this early will dominate their industries. The people who wait will be playing defense for the rest of their careers. And look, I get it. Change is uncomfortable. Learning new things takes effort. I can't be fucked. It's easier to just stick with Chrome or whatever you're using right now. You know, you keep doing what you've always done. But comfort is the enemy of growth. And in this case, comfort is the enemy of staying relevant. Okay, you have a choice to make. I've been talking about AI disruption for a while now. Some people thought I was exaggerating when I first spoke about ChatGPT, weeks after it had come out. People thought I was fear-mongering. This is not fear-mongering. This is pattern recognition. Every major technological revolution follows the same path. Introduction, denial, disruption, and then it becomes a new normal. We're right at the beginning of the disruption phase. The people who act now will build the future. The people who wait will be forced to adapt to a future someone else has built. Atlas isn't a new browser. It's a preview of how all the internet use is going to function in the very near future. AI isn't going to be a separate tool you open in another tab. It's going to be embedded into everything you do online and eventually offline too. That's not a maybe, that's not a prediction. That's happening right now. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to learn this stuff. Stop waiting until you have time. Stop waiting until your boss forces you or circumstances demand it. Start now. Go download Atlas if you have a Mac. Try it out. Start experimenting. Start figuring it out. And if you want to learn this stuff properly, if you want to understand not just how to use AI tools, but how to actually implement them in your work and your business, I've built an entire community inside our school group where we break this down step by step. It's free. The link's below. Jump in. Because the reality is the world's changing whether you're ready or not. The only question is, are you going to change with it? Thanks for watching. If this has opened your eyes even a little bit, hit that subscribe button. We're going deep on AI, business, and how to actually thrive in this new world. I'll see you in the next one.